welcome to Poor Pilot, Better Plane. This is episode 1 of a new series. Yeah, you see me on the runway here, flying an Ares 3A, I think it is. I don't fly planes. I never fly planes. I've never really flown planes. I think this is probably the third plane I've ever flown on Kerbal, and I have played this game since I think it was 0.19. So this series is going to be about me basically trying to improve as a pilot, but also trying to fly other people's planes and see which ones I like, what I think about them, and if you should actually try them out. So this is going to be our baseline. How good is it? And I did a nice circuit of the airfield, as it were. Went out to sea, came back, and then tried to land, and that did not go well. I pulled out of it. Yeah, which I tend to do. I'm not a great pilot in regards to things like that. As I say, if you want, Top Gun style stuff, go somewhere else. This is a poor man trying to figure out how to fly a plane, and this is where I do the most amazing. Look at that! Oh, look at that! Yeah, see, I see I'm a bad pilot, but that was complete fluke. I don't even know what I was doing there. I think I was trying not to hit the water. So yeah, I think I took a couple of attempts there to land. You see, I forgot. I decided not to do that, and then we did it, and then you know what? Let's go back to past me on this one and see what he has to say. And we're down. Now that was a terrible, terrible landing. That was all over the place. But that is actually probably one of the best landings I have ever done. We missed a couple of times there. I'm sure post-commentary me is going crazy. That was quite hair-raising. This is quite a nimble little craft. It jumps around all over the place. It loves to roll. Absolutely loves to roll. Its engine is quite powerful for its size, and so you don't actually realise how much speed you've got. I think it's probably really quite easy to play around with. It's quite a stable sort of generally craft, but it is nimble as well, which is quite an interesting combination. So that's the baseline. Let's go and compare. Right, now on the runway we have what is the Seuss-Easy to fly trainer. This is by a forum member, Klapaucius. I can't even pronounce that. I'm just going to hope that's right. I'm going to put a link for this and for his YouTube channel down in the description below, along with the actual names. Please go check it out. And one thing I'm going to say, a lot of the planes that were submitted gave instructions on how to use them. I'm not going to use that. We're basically doing the I've got a plane, can I fly it thing. So let's see how this goes. So we've got our SAS on. We put the brakes on because it was starting to roll down the down the runway. So I suppose we should try and take off. So normal looking engines. Turn the brakes off, and off we go. Right, we're getting up to speed. I'm not sure what the takeoff and landing speeds are on this, so this could be quite interesting. Will it fly better than the stock craft, which is over on there on the right? Let's try pulling up a little bit. Ooh, oh, that's nice. That is nice. That seemed quite easy. It's very much heading towards its program marker. It sort of flips to it quite nicely. So if I do that, it's okay, and then if I do a little tap, it's pulling it back onto program, which is quite nice. Let's check the gears working. Okay, they're quite nicely spaced out, so I'm looking forward to landing. It's a nice looking craft, actually. It looks quirky enough to be sort of cool, and not too quirky to be completely weird. Obviously the aerodynamics on this in the real world would be probably a little bit weird because of the fact the wings seem to be backwards, and we've got that is actually wing that's on sideways. That's quite cool, actually. I quite like that. So it's getting up to speed. I wonder if it can do a steep climb. Can we get a good steep climb on this? Alright, let's have a look. It's slowing. Is it able to get into a steep climb? It's going up. It's going up. Does it actually? It's actually, see, what's its okay, so it's going to hit that. That's okay. So it's not doing too bad. It's able to push. Oh, now it is slowing down. That's quite interesting. So okay, so it's sort of surface speed is, okay, it was starting to drain the engines a bit. So let's try a dive. This is where we crash. Oh, this is a 2-man crew, so we've got Val and Bill in. I wasn't actually planning on putting 2 Kerbals in, so I was going to leave it on the side of the pad, but okay, we've got 2 in. I didn't even realise. 2-man cockpit. I must remember next time to only put 1 test pilot in for when we die. No, Val, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean it. Bill, don't worry, Bill. Alright, we're coming down quite fast now. How quick does it pull out of its dive? Oh, really? Oh, that's easy. That's just beautiful. Right, let's try turning. Right, okay, that's not. So that's rudder. That's let's try roll. What's roll like? Okay, strong G's coming round. Okay, we're really pulling it there. That's a lot of G's. And then we can just rotate back. And then we could. How's the rudder gonna? So it's not really got rudder control as such, has it? Okay. Doesn't really have the all rudder control that you'd probably be enjoying. So let's try that. Let's do that. Just level it out. This is really, you know what, planes. Anybody that can fly a plane well on this game, I salute you completely, because I have a nightmare with them. They are actually a nightmare. I do think I prefer the rudder control on planes. I quite like a rudder control. We're going down, you know, I'm going a bit steeper down. We want to kill off a bit of our sort of height right now, because we're 1,000 meters up, you know. Could actually do with putting on that there. Right, then we're going to roll and turn, kill a bit of speed, and dip it down again. Right. This is the fact it doesn't really have the rudder control that I would like. Is a bit of a downer for this one, actually. I think we're gonna try and land on the grass. I think, if I can. Has it got air brakes? It does not have air brakes. We're going to try and avoid hitting the everything. Maybe we'll do a pass round. We'll do a pass round and try. You know what? I will probably speed you up this bit. It'd help if I turn the engines down, wouldn't it? I'll probably speed you up this bit while I come in to try and land, and you can catch me when I'm coming in to land. Ooh, well, that was interesting. Did turn the engine off quite quickly there. So that is the Seuss-Easy to fly trainer. I will say I think it is quite easy to fly. It does not have the rudder control that I would like, so that's a thing I would have liked to see more of on it. But it's an easy to fly plane. That landing it should have died on. So let's try the next one. Right, up next is the Flying Brick. This is by Vyznev. A link down below. This is from the forum. This is a different one compared to all the others, because I think his concept was the hardest thing flying a plane is landing, which I have shown so far. The hardest thing is landing. There's one of our landings over there. So he's put wheels on it absolutely everywhere. We've got air brakes, we've got wheels, 3 engines. We don't have a test pilot, so I can't kill a Kerbal. Or not that I've killed any so far in this series. Let me just point out we are currently perfectly safe. We've got Jeb sat over there still. I think we've got Bill or Bob sat over there. I managed to get Val out of that craft. I must do the others later. So let's give this a go. Let's see. Again, I think I'm not supposed to be reading the instructions, but I did catch something on about if it's upside down you have to click something inside, so that's something to remember. So let's get the engines going. I think there's there's 3 of them. This might go quite quickly. So let's see. Is it just going to take straight off? Is it going to just... No, it's not going to take straight off. Whoa. Put the SAS on, actually. Right. That is... Let me get the gears in. It's a much more different craft when the gear is in. That is literally is a flying... That is just surreal, actually. I thought it was going to be amused, but it is... Wow. That is... It can rotate, okay. Right. Because the engines are actually gimbaling. I wonder whether if we turn the engine gimbal off, it would still do that as wobbly. Maybe the wobble is a problem. We're going quite fast, actually, looking at that. Whoa, that's yeah. If you want a headache, there, so probably put some warning signs on there. That's a. Are we subsonic? Subsonic? through. Yeah, we are. We're actually supersonic. That would be a shockwave, wouldn't it? So we're doing supersonics. So what we're going to do is, this is the bad idea. Let's just turn over. Let's just turn right over right now. Let's go. Can you turn over? Can you turn over? Yeah. Yes. Okay. There we go. That was easy enough. And then just kill the engine down a bit because I don't need that much power. And then we're going to just rotate. Can we rotate? There we go. Oh, look at that. Oh, too far. There we go. Right, let's go down. So we've got a bit of airspeed going on. Put back on the... Don't want to run into the ground. Try and balance that a bit straighter. It is wobbly. It is wobbly. And now I do think it's probably going to land well. Because, whoa, it does wobble though. It is a wobbly one. So we're coming in. Now I should, if I can get this lined up, is it going to just... Oh, you know what? We've switched, haven't we? We're now facing the wrong way. So I need to. Hold on, I did that before. Let's try. Let's do this. Let's do this, and then we just flip it over. There we go. Too far. There we go. Okay. So what we've learned is that you need to. He's right. You do actually need to be very careful about which way up it is. I wonder how that happened. I wonder if that just flipped without me realizing. Right. Let's try going in for a landing. It's very maneuverable. It does not like rudder. It doesn't have a rudder. It doesn't really have wings. It's very flippy floppy. Flippy floppy. It's not a very technical term. It wobbles. It wobbles a lot. You can see this. It's I think because the gimbal on the engines is so important in what it's doing, that it's actually that is key to what it's doing. Now we're gonna just. We're not going to hit the ground. We're going to fly up a bit. I'm going to go up a bit without stalling. Would be good. Be really nice, in fact. So we're going to head back and we're going to rotate over. Rotate. No, that's the one. I'm going to rotate. There we go. Oh, no, too far. Pull up. Thank you. Pull up. That's better. We'll do a bit of that. We'll get the gears down. Right, we're going to come in for a landing on this one. So this is a geary land. This is where it should show itself to be extremely good, because you know what? That's what its job is. It's designed to land. So let's see. Is it just going to bounce? Is it going to bounce? Cut the engine. Oh yay! We've got a bit of a wobble on. Oh yep. Brakes. Spinning. We're spinning. That's the... Okay. Right. How do we feel that went? Well, we're just going to let you... give you a little bit of energy and get you off the thing. That was okay. That is it a good training craft? No. I don't think it is. I think the others so far have probably been better because they're more like traditional aircraft. This is a Kerbal quirk. And it works, you know. There's no way I could land the others like that. That was rough and vicious. If it had spun out, it would have been fine. The others, if they'd have spun, I don't think they would have done as well. So it did well. Would I want to learn to fly a plane with this though? No. I don't think the flying brick is the one for us to go forward with as I'm going to learn how to fly a plane really well. But it is quirky. And you know, it got up a lot of speed there. If I was trying to do contracts for speed at certain heights, this is the sort of thing I would definitely be looking to build, because you know what, you can better fly it back. We've used hardly any fuel. It's sorted. Right. On to our next one. So here we are with the next craft. This looks like a very conventional sort of plane. It actually makes me think German sort of Second World War plane, but with a jet engine or something like that. I'm sure somebody can correct me and tell me it was some American design. I do like the two sort of tails. I just like it. It looks, I'm going to use the word cute. It looks cute. So this is the DHV X1 brick from Brikoleur. I don't know how you pronounce that. I'm terrible with names. Everybody's names are just random. So we put Val in. We can see we're actually getting quite a few crafts scattered across the field there. it would be really nice at the end of this series to actually just have craft everywhere. It'd be hilarious, be like some sort of junkyard. So again, I haven't really read the instructions. I don't think there was anything majorly important about this. I hope there isn't. So we're going to throttle to max, turn the brakes off, I think, probably a good idea, and stage the engines, and let's see what happens. So we're moving. I don't know what speed this is actually going to take off at. It looks cool, doesn't it? I like this. This one I like this. I hope it flies as well as it looks. So that's a really nice use of the smaller sort of liquid fuel tanks, I think. Is that liquid fuel tanks? We're going to take off. It's at 50. Oh, we take off at 50. Oh, that's nice. That is good. I haven't got SAS on even. So SAS is on. Can we rudder? Rudder works nicely. Just a little bit. Okay. And straighten up again. We're going up nicely. The speed is reasonably slow. It's got a smallish engine actually, so I suppose we should do the can it climb? Oh, it's going to stall. It's going to stall if you go too. So it can actually angle itself. Ooh, it has stalled. Gears in actually while we're thinking. Yeah, so you've got to be careful with this one. It will stall, which is probably a good thing to teach yourself actually. You know, as opposed to just letting things randomly happen and hope that the power of Kerbal and the Kraken can do you good. It looks good. It actually does look good. We're gaining height a little bit, but you know what? It's not bad. Let's try a little bit of moving around. So, whoa! It banks quickly. It has a lot. It has a lot of. I don't know what that's called. That's not elephants. Whoa! Okay, that was more nimble than I expected. Okay, we found a little flaw. So I would imagine are all of those doing this? Have we got them all set up like this? Oh, gone too high. Let's actually check. Let's have a look. Pitch your roll. Pitch your roll. Deploy retracted. Okay. So maybe if we turn some of this is me starting it. If we want to stop that roll being as much, we could actually turn some off for the roll. That might improve it. Just maybe turn off the inner ones. Stop it being so violent. I'm assuming, yeah. Have these been? That's a winglet. So our roll, our yaw is actually being controlled by these winglets, which is quite interesting. Actually, I quite like that. Do they actually move when I'm? No. So what it's doing there? Is it just a little movement? I think it's just it's literally just the reaction wheel that's doing that. So if you didn't have the engine on and you ran out of fuel, well, I suppose nothing would. We could go and land on the island airstrip, but we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that either. We're going to just turn. Whoa, no, get back around. Okay, so this is not as easy to fly as I might like. Okay, so we're gonna try banking and turning. There we go. So this engine, whoa, we have used a lot of fuel already. So there's very little fuel in this thing. That's interesting. Okay, I suppose we have had the engine on max attack, as it were. So we'll just do that. Then we'll roll it out. Roll it out. I get the feeling that we may have to glide for a while with this. So let's pull the engine down to, I don't know, 50-ish%. Let it just slide down there. Let it just go down. We're aiming for the runway-ish, you know. Runway's okay. It's flat enough. Land round, it's flat. The positive thing with Kerbal Space then is that it's on that fake piece of ground. If you ever notice, I don't know if you still see it in the olden game, if you were coming in from orbit and you were a little too high, you'd see the space center in the water because the ground around it hadn't rendered, but the rest of the planet had, because it's pretty much basically flat. Also, similar reason as to why you roll on the runway, because the runway is flat, but the curvature of the planet is different. So either end of the runway is actually higher up than the middle, so it runs to the middle. So what you tend to find is your craft, and I'm talking now while I should be flying, your craft will actually roll to the center of the runway. If you just let it roll and don't apply brakes, what should actually happen is it should roll to the middle, roll past, and then slow down before it gets to the other end, and then it should roll backwards again. Kill the engine. because of, put some gears out, because of the fact that of the curvature of the planet, you're actually closer to the center of mass of the planet when you're in the middle of the runway. The two ends are actually in effect higher up. It's to do with the whole curvature of the planet and all that sort of stuff. It's quite interesting, actually. This is, we're not going to land on the runway with this. I'm just going to taxi it a bit. I could do a bit of rudder, do a bit of rudder. No, I don't want to do a bit of rudder. Actually, it could likely just go wrong. Let's get down a bit. So this is nice. The only issue I have with this is it is twitchy on the roll, and I think for me that is probably a killer. So I'd probably modify it a bit. Yeah, I would probably modify it quite a bit. Can I see the ground coming up? Ooh, you just flare a little bit. Take a little bit of speed off. We can take our time with this landing. I would probably change the. Oh, and we're down. That was a nice landing, actually. Apply a bit of brakes. Just gently. I was actually hitting the stop engine button there, if anybody heard the keys going, instead of the brakes, because, you know, that's what we do. We like to just stop the engines. And then, can we just... Will it turn? Ooh, yes it will. Oof. See, even on the ground there, it turned quite significantly. And put a bit of engine power on. So yeah, what would I say about this one? I liked it. I really enjoyed the flight, actually. I could imagine myself flying a bit with this, but it was very juddery in the turn. So if you were doing anything, I would say probably flying around Kerbal Space Center, if you were used to it, it would probably be really good. If you're not, you're going to hit a building. You're going to roll out of control into a building at some point, because it is very banky. Again, probably knock off some of the roll authority here, and I would like a bit of yaw. People seem to be just neglecting yaw for some reason. It's the underrated thing. See, look, bit of yaw there. I'm using yaw. See that? Yeah, so that will be the power from the actual core. Should we up here? Let's park you here. Let's park you right next to the flag, because I quite like it. You can go near just here, just on the road, just next to the flag. Yeah. Right. So we're going to end that one just about there. Right. On to the next. Right. We are on our final little craft. So, I asked for a number of craft. I've got quite a lot, so they're not all in this, and I apologise if you've put one in and it's not in. I have a mind for a lot of them to go in future episodes with sort of special themes. So we had a flying wing that I really liked, so we'll probably have a flying wing episode if this goes well. We also had one that used the zombie Kraken drive thing. I know nothing about those, and I was going to include it in this, but then I thought maybe we actually should have a special episode about something like that. So if you like that, we can do that. However, this one could have a special episode because it's different, but I think we're going to include it. So there's only one man that could fly this. This is Jeb. He's sat on a girder with an engine behind his head. I am intrigued as to how this goes. I'm terrified that he may die, because this could be quite amusing. So this is the YA1 by PDS 314. Again, links down below if you want to look at it. Thank you to the forum user for this one. I haven't really looked at the instructions, but I do know that I have to, let's see, for abort, it is the abort key and then get his parachute on, but I can't remember what the parachute button is. Is it P? I don't know. I'm hoping I don't need to abort. And the one piece of guidance I do remember is don't use SES. So the rest of it is going in the toilet, but we're not going to use SES for this, which means it could get quite difficult. So let's get going. Engines are on, brakes are finished. Let's go. So you'll notice the wing shape of this. It's like a dihedral type thing. I don't know if that's the correct phrase. This is about adding stability normally, and changing center of mass, things like that. Will it take off? Will you take? Woo! So this is me flying without SES. So supposedly it has a natural sort of tendency to just sort of fly at an angle, which is cool. It is beautifully. I mean, it is a lovely little craft. I do like this. I'm really quite nervous with it. So we will see. It's going to be, I think, a short flight on this. Oh, it's turning already. Right. So let's try. So it does have a bit of yaw. It's got that yaw, but it's jumpy. It's very jumpy on there. In that there, you can see its little tail. You can't actually put the gear up either, can you? Because it's fixed gear. It's got 4G. That's interesting. So it's got a bit of yaw. Can we roll? It doesn't roll. Okay, it doesn't have roll at all. So we're yawing. Whoa. Okay. Wait. Okay. I don't know how I just did that. Did we just yaw it? Okay. Oh, this is okay. So this looks cool, but it's not. I think this is probably. You could probably. This is really nice. I think you could probably do some interesting stuff with this. You know, this is terrifying me though. I've got this image of Jeb just dying horribly in a fire. So he's going to come down now for this. So this one, would I learn to fly in it? Probably not. It's beautiful, but it looks as though it would snap so easily. So he's going to fly down, and I've got a horrible feeling I'm about to crash into a building. Jeb, we're gonna land. We're gonna land now, boy. What about now? Can I do it now? Before we hit the building would be good. No. Okay, Jeb. Jeb. Hey, there we go. Didn't need a parachute. So, with that, I think we'll call it there. What I will say is thank you to everybody that put a plane in. Jeb, stand up, please. Thank everybody that's put a plane in. It's actually really fun to just actually have some planes sent in, and I will probably continue doing this. In fact, I'm going to continue doing this. Jeb, please stand up. Really? Oh, better. Right. So, from me, from Jeb, from the team, have a good one and see you next time.